I am Dr. P. Sivakumar, Head Department of Business Administration, Undergraduation Program, Dr. S.N.S. Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. Today, I am going to discuss about legal issues faced by startup companies. It is common to see founders of startup companies spend most of their time building their business. They spend the majority of their time trying to hire the best people, trying to get investors on board, and trying to convince customers that they have the best product to serve their needs. It is common for the founders to not pay attention to the so called non critical matters in the early days of the firm. Legal issues are often categorized as one such non critical task. They are often thought of as being a formality, a form of paperwork that needs to be done. It is also common for startup founders to avoid spending large sums of money on hiring the best lawyers. This is because they do not believe that legal matters are important to begin with choosing the right legal entity. Any startup company can be formed in multiple ways. A company can be started as a sole proprietorship, a partnership, a limited liability partnership, a joint venture, or a limited liability company. A limited liability company can also be of various types. Each of these is considered to be different in the eyes of the law. All of them are governed by a different set of rules. Each set of rules has its own advantages and disadvantages. Agreements amongst co founders and shareholders. It is important to involve expert legal consultants and draft an agreement that clearly explains the rights, duties, capital contributions, roles, and status of all office bearers and shareholders. A well drafted agreement can help in resolving disputes without arbitration or litigation. This can save the firm a lot of time and money in the future. Intellectual property rights. We live in an era where most startup businesses are operating in the information technology field. Hence, it is highly likely that a lot of these businesses will have some kind of proprietary algorithm or some other intellectual assets that gives them an edge over their competition. Oftentimes, companies are not very careful about their intellectual property. This is particularly true if the startup is not using investor funds. In many cases, the intellectual property is registered in the name of individual founders